She gave her brother a home. He gave her a 6-figure bill and a marble-scented betrayal. In a quiet neighborhood on the east side of town, a 2-story duplex stood as one woman's declaration of independence. 5 years earlier, Alina had bought it with peeling paint, suspect plumbing, and a garden that looked like a science experiment gone wrong. It had, as she put it, good bones. She poured in double shifts, late-night design gigs, and a diet of coffee and determination. It was not just property. It was proof that a perpetually scrambling woman could build something solid. When her younger brother, Kai, and his new wife, Jordan, struggled in a cramped apartment, Alina made a choice. She offered them the self-contained upstairs unit. No rent, just utilities. Time to get on their feet. At first, gratitude filled the halls. Kai lifted where he could. Jordan brought lemonade and compliments. The downstairs unit was renovated and rented to cover the mortgage. The plan was working. Until small fractures appeared. One summer, the air conditioner failed. An older unit had likely been run hard and cold. A call came. The tone was breezy. The expectation, immediate. Alina paid $600 for a repair they did not offer to share. A discussion about mindful use met an offended response. We pay our utilities. We should be comfortable. Then came a request for a big dog on fresh hardwood. Alina declined. The chill set in. Life pressed forward. Alina climbed into a marketing career. Holidays and brief check-ins replaced regular visits. The duplex seemed calm. Downstairs tenants were quiet and punctual. Kai replied, "All quiet here, sis." Jordan maintained icy politeness. Months slipped by. Then, on a rare free Saturday, Alina felt a persistent tug in her gut and drove to the property that had taken so much of her. The front door was ajar. Inside, a hum like an industrial fan and a steady thump. She pushed the door. Her coffee fell from her hand. The kitchen she had labored over was gone. In its place, a showroom of gleaming white cabinetry, brushed gold hardware, and a massive island capped with what looked like Carrara marble. Stainless steel appliances with glowing displays nestled into custom work. Beyond, a bathroom revealed a soaking tub that cost more than her first car, and a rainfall head like a silver disc. Jordan appeared with a folder and a smile. "Surprise," she said. It was dated. It needed an update. Here are the invoices. Just under $100,000. Think of the equity. Kai hovered, eyes low. Then came the words that stung beyond the numbers. "Do not be so stingy, Alina." Anger burned, but a colder force took hold. Alina left with the leather folder and drove home in a haze. Alone on her sofa, the ache of betrayal pressed like a weight. They had bulldozed a boundary and sent her the bill. Her mind tracked backwards, remembering a dinner and Jordan's sigh over a little kitchen that could not entertain. She turned to a machine that had served her well. Her laptop. Jordan loved digital vision boards. A cloud drive with a cutesy animal logo came to mind. Alina tried passwords built from anniversaries and a forbidden cat named Snowball. Then a folder opened. Our Dream Home Project. Inside, there were meticulously labeled subfolders, contractor quotes, architectural drawings, and paid invoices from an account she did not recognize. There was even a draft email to a contractor written months earlier. "We will manage the deposits. The final balance will be settled by the property owner, my sister-in-law, Alina, once the project is complete. She is very supportive." This was not thoughtless. It was planned, choice by choice, payment by payment. A story assembled under her roof without her consent. The shock thinned into resolve. She called her friend Amara. Then she called a lawyer. Stephen Norris met her in a sleek office. She presented the story and the printed evidence. He listened, impassive and precise. They had no legal right to do this, he said. She owed nothing for the unauthorized work. Eviction was possible. Restitution for restoration was possible. Or, he suggested, the new value of the asset could be leveraged. Alina left with clarity and a plan. She quietly engaged an appraiser, Leah Jensen, to measure the damage and the opportunity. Leah visited discreetly. The workmanship was competent. The finishes were expensive. The value, in Leah's report, had risen dramatically. Nearly $150,000 beyond the original purchase price. It was galling and satisfying at once. A monument to audacity that had improved the bottom line. Jordan's messages grew impatient. Contractors needed final installment payments. Could Alina transfer? Could she at least give a timeline? The cousins' social media featured a housewarming kind of evening. Dream kitchen. Gorgeous new place. The language of ownership drifted across captions. Then, family pressure tapped in. Alina's mother, Nancy, called with gentle persuasion. A misunderstanding. Good intentions. Perhaps pay half. Keep the peace. But peace had a price. Alina said she was handling it. She was. On a clear Saturday, she set the stage. She placed documents into a neat folder and waited at the marble island she had never ordered. At 11 o'clock, Kai and Jordan arrived. Expectation sat beside them. Alina offered coffee. They declined. The silence settled. They spoke first. Agents say kitchens and bathrooms sell houses. They had future-proofed the investment. They had managed contractors. They had selected Italian marble and top-of-the-line appliances. They leaned toward admiration, toward reward. Alina slid the first document across the island, an official appraisal report confirming what the stone and steel already suggested. The property was now worth much more. Jordan's smile held, even widened. Kai fidgeted. Then Alina slid the second document. Effective next month, the rent would reflect fair market value for a luxury two-bedroom in this neighborhood, $3,500 per month. The smiles vanished. Jordan stood. "You cannot do that," she said. Alina continued. She slid the third document, an offer to purchase the unit, price set at the new appraised value, $475,000. Given their investment and attachment, she was offering them the first right to buy. Silence. Then heat. "This is outrageous," Jordan cried. "We paid for it. You cannot charge us rent on our improvements." Alina remained steady. They had improved her property without consent. She was adjusting the terms to the reality they created. The options were simple. Pay the market rent, buy at market price, or vacate within 30 days. They argued. They pleaded. They accused. Family, they said. Extortion, they said. Alina held fast. Their choices had consequences. They had treated her asset like a personal showroom and ATM. The meeting ended. The documents stayed on the marble. The clock began. What followed was a storm played out in calls and texts. Kai's voice wavered between accusation and apology. Jordan's messages swung from demands to bargaining to desperation. The family intervened again. Alina sent evidence from Jordan's own files to her parents. The calculated nature of the project flattened the pleas. Even Nancy's protest softened. Philip said little. They could not afford the new rent. They could not buy the unit at the new valuation. The quiet weight of contract and calendar did what shouting could not. On day 29, a moving truck arrived. Alina did not go. Her lawyer communicated expectations. The final walkthrough revealed a gleaming, empty space. Every surface shone. Their belongings were gone. The marble remained. Alina placed the unit on the market at full price. It was taken within a week by a young doctor and an architect who loved the clean, modern lines. A 2-year lease signed. The investment covered itself and more. The duplex finally provided what she had intended all along. Through the family grapevine, Alina later heard that Kai and Jordan were living in a small one-bedroom across town, and juggling contractor debts that some invoices had yet to satisfy. The relationship with her brother was strained. Family gatherings were tense. Respect for boundaries had arrived late, but it arrived. This is not a tale of a simple renovation. It is a case study in boundaries, consent, and the cost of entitlement. Alina had offered a home. Her generosity was met with premeditated plans and an assumed permission that never existed. She responded not with rage in the moment, but with documentation, counsel, and a calibrated choice. In the end, the Marble Island stood as both exhibit and lesson. Beauty without consent became leverage, a gift turned into equity, but also into a line in the sand that would not be crossed again. For Alina, the first new rent check was more than money. It was the quiet confirmation that resolve, paired with evidence and law, can turn even a marble-scented betrayal into a victory that endures. A home is a promise. Here, it also became a proving ground. Between generosity and grievance, between family and fact, one woman chose the ground that could not be taken from her again. And now I want to know what you would have done. Would you have walked away for peace, or fought for the line that protects your future? Drop Alina in the comments if you think she handled it perfectly, or too far if you think she crossed a line. And if you've ever dealt with family using gifts as control, tell your story below.